Brent in Central Arkansas. Today we're going to harvest fennel. I show you the complete process in real time from harvesting to weighing, and then after that we'll do the grow itself, you know, the steps from putting the seed on the tray all the way up until now, the harvest. Okay, what I've got here is fennel. I got the seed from Johnny's Seeds. I got the seeds from True Leaf Market Seeds. My two favorite were Johnny's and True Leaf Market, and I've decided to go with True Leaf Market. And in fact, I'm an affiliate of them, so if you want any seeds, where I will get them from now on is True Leaf Market. I mostly get them from there anyway nowadays. But there's a link in the description if you want to get seed from True Leaf Market. So this is fennel. This is something I've not grown before, but it's been a really fun grow. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like here. And that's obviously the picture that's on this video snapshot when you go to click on it. But this has been a very interesting grow. I wanted it to grow to the first true leaf and get that nice frilly look to it. Like I said, I've never grown it before, so it was a really fun grow. It does very, very well hydroponically, as most seeds do for me. So here's what it looks like on the bottom. I'm going to take these and I got a couple pieces of paper towel here. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to blot the bottom of the roots with the paper towel. And the reason why I do that is because I'm going to hang these upside down, and I don't want it dripping back onto the micros. I want the micros nice and dry. Now this has been sitting in a 1020 tray that has clean water in it, because I grow these with nutrients, and I use Master Blend when I grow. There's a video how to grow microgreens using nutrient out there, if you just search my channel for that. And what I use is Master Blend, but you don't have to use Master Blend. You can even use Miracle Grow or any pretty complete water soluble fertilizer. Now I use half strength. Alright, so I've got this. I'm going to set it on my rack here. See it. If you can't, I will make sure you can in just a second. Whoop, let me get around to the side where I normally do it. And always the way it goes when you're trying to show something on video. Alright, got it locked in place there. And I'm going to take the tray right here. It's got the clean water that I rinsed the roots in. I'm going to put it over here. Dump it outside of the deck. And then I'm going to put it right here. Let me see if you can see the camera just a little bit so it can get you in here. Make sure I got it completely in here. So when I grow longer microgreens like this fennel here, just about every kind of microgreen actually will grow longer like this. If you want to harvest like this, you just grow them a little bit longer in blackout, and when they're growing a little bit longer in blackout, the stems elongate a little bit, and that way when you cut off, like I'm about to, there's only a little bit of stem, about this much of the stem, and it leaves the pristine top and a good length of stem left as well, so you can grow accordingly. So now that I've blotted this, I'm going to take and put that in the tray, and that's where my waste is going to go. And then what I've got here is going to immediately follow are the trays for weighing. I've got one to zero out the scale and one to hold the microgreens. So without further ado, let's get to harvesting. when I harvest, I don't hold the cutting blades up towards the bottom of the tray. I try to angle it down just a little bit. That way the tray is riding against the top of the knife and it won't cut into it any. So this is what the tray looks like right here. In fact, let me bring it up to you so you can get a look at it. So you can see how nice and pristine it looks. There's no issues with mold or anything. And the screen comes out real easy. Let me show you. I'm going to drop that on the ground so I can show you this. And this is what the roots look like. Now I'm going to take you over and show you a quick example how easy it is to clean these. In the meantime, I'm going to put those aside. I'm demonstrating a lot for you on camera, so you get the idea. Obviously, if you're going to do this, it would be different. So this is the small screen, and this is not something, this is the first time growing fennel, and I use the small screen. It's not what I would use in the future. I would use the medium screen. The medium screen is easier to clean than the small screen, especially if you're using seed that the medium screen is intended to use. Small seeded, really tiny seed like celery, shizu and amaranth, they have smaller roots, and so they're easier to clean because of that. But still, I'm using the tips of my fingers and even the nail just a little bit. These screens, even the small one, is fairly durable. Once you get that side off, the root side comes off easy enough. Oh, this smells so good. This fennel is very fragrant. So anyway, I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to get a tool that I've used in the past when I first started growing to scrape the roots off the bottom, and now I use it to clean the screen. I didn't get that, but I happen to have it. And this is a paint, like if you're edging and painting, and that's what this is used for, and that's what I used it for. But you can also get like windshield scrapers or something like that. And when you go to scrape these, you don't have to be super gentle, but you don't want to damage it by going too much. I think this part is important for people that want to know how I grow and what I do. And obviously, you know, I wrote a book on this. Some of this newer stuff is not in the book because I'm moving into the second generation stuff. But there will be an update to the book on it eventually. And a lot of this stuff I'm already sharing in the group, so if you buy the current book, it's still quite applicable, and I'll share almost everything with you in that. So this screen is almost completely clean. I would just take a nylon scrubber a little bit with some dish Dawn soap, and then some microgreens, like fennel in this particular case, will stain the screen. It looks like it's really bad, but if you soak it in a 5-to-1 bleach solution, 5 parts water to 1 part bleach, and you just put it in the tray and put the top mesh tray on top of it, that way it forces it down, and just soak it in bleach for a few hours, that stuff whitens right back up, no problem. So let's put that aside. I'm going to take the hose and obviously rinse off this table, and everything else I'll clean up. So, my hands are mostly clean because the microgreens are dry, so now we're going to get a weight on it. If you're watching me weigh, I usually weigh at the end of my videos, and I usually use a different type of bucket. Any container will work as long as you're not going to be probably weighing and showing it on YouTube anyway. But what I do, let me just show you what I do. I just take a scale, I put a cup on it, just like so. I zero it out. Put an empty tray identical to the ones microgreens are going to have in it. And I caught it. And then zero it out. I'm going to take you around here and bring the camera in real time. You could say I'm not prepared, or you could say I'm semi-prepared, or you can say I'm winging it. Impromptu. That's what we used to call it when I taught in the Air Force. Let me adjust the camera. On a tripod, I'm winding down. I want you to be able to see the microgreens and the scale. And hear my heavy breathing. Okay, let's zero it out. Okay, as you can see there, it's zeroed out. I want to set it on grams. We start off on grams. Okay, zeroed out on grams. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to take and put the microgreens in that container. Removing the harvest and rinse rack. And look how fluffy that is. If you're not going to weigh it, doing this and just put them in some bags or containers or whatever you're going to take to market or put in your crisper, no problem at all. Pristine, beautiful, ready to bag up. And these microgreens are really fun too. Now fennel, as you may be able to see here, I'll show you. They do have some seeds, like most microgreens. You have to contend with some seeds, and it's just part of doing microgreens. All right, so now let me see that you can see all that. Awesome. Let me turn the camera back around to the scale, and let's put this on top of here and try to get it balanced out. All right, now that's 521 grams. I can see that you can see that. That is 18.4 ounces of fennel microgreens. I don't know if that's good or not. I haven't even seen anybody grow fennel. I'll probably go look now that I'm complete. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's it from the harvesting. It's super fast. I love this harvest method. Let me go back around the camera. Get the cord out from underneath my shoe. And so, yeah, I know that this method today, it's not a professional video. I didn't do the fancy, animations from one clip to the next and skip the boring, unprofessional parts. I wanted to do it in real time. I think that's very important for people that are trying to copy or are interested in the way I grow. So, apologies if you just wanted to see the grow. Some things to talk about. I've talked about nutrients. Pretty much any nutrient that's complete will work. I use Master Blend. There's a link in the description to my store. My store has almost everything except for a few things, and I'll cover those real quickly. Bootstrap Farmer, the one I get the trays from and I grow in. I'm an affiliate of theirs. You can talk to Brad or Brandon there. They're very helpful, and they're really nice guys. And using the link for Bootstrap Farmer takes you to their site, and their trays are are also on Amazon, but they're a little cheaper at their own site. If you click on the link below, because I'm an affiliate, I get a small commission that helps us keep the channel going, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Also, Mars Hydro LED lighting. I don't use them so much for microgreens, although I'll be talking to Sean about that pretty soon, about adapting some Mars Hydro stuff to see if they have something, because I really like their grow lights. I've got a large one growing tomatoes and peppers and eggplants during the winter, and they did a great job. The plants are doing great. So Mars Hydro, if you click on their link in the description, there's a 3% discount. I know that's not much, but it's certainly better than nothing. So if you're an LED guy or a gal and you know anything about grow lights, you know already that Mars Hydro is a phenomenal company. They have phenomenal products. So I also endorsed Mars Hydro. Now, I've been growing microgreens for over 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that, and I have not endorsed anybody or anything really at all, but I'm doing that now. We've got True Leaf Seeds. I think I talked about that. There's a link in the description. I'm affiliated with them. I think I get a commission on them. I'm pretty sure I get a commission on them. It's pretty small too. Just started that, along with Bootstrap Farmer trays and Mars Hydro lighting. Also, anything extra, there's a link to my store, and my store has almost everything else that I use. If you want to just look at it, you don't have to buy. You can also buy, and I get a small commission from Amazon because I'm affiliated with theirs. It's like, I don't know, a nickel on every $10. That's not much of anything, but it all adds up. It costs you nothing extra, nothing at all, to use any of the links. It would be the same as if you bought them on your own by going and searching. The reason why they give affiliates like me commission or referral fee is because that's exactly what we're doing. We're endorsing them and kind of sending you over there. So I want to be as transparent as I can about everything I do. If you have a question about anything that I do, my email is also in the description. You can ask me anything at all. If you want to talk about the book and the stuff within the book, I'll talk to you generically about it. But I'm not going to go into detail unless you've bought the book, and I know you've bought the book. The people who have bought the book are usually members of the Facebook group, and they have access to unlimited videos, so they've seen all this stuff. They've seen all these harvests, and so I discuss everything absolutely freely. A lot of consultation goes on there. If you're copying how I grow, which is hydroponically, simply based on the public videos, you are missing a major piece, well, several pieces, but one really major piece is and a lot of information, and you're not going to be able to do it at least similar to the way that I do it. There may be other hydroponic ways out there I'm unaware of. I know a lot of people use mats, but you're not going to be able to copy exactly what I'm doing by public videos. And so I get a lot of emails. I spend a couple hours a day answering emails and questions. But I can tell when people have read the book and they haven't read the book, and they'll ask questions like, are you misting the seed? How are you keeping it wet and all that? And I'll give you a hint, and you can see that, and you saw it here, that the microgreens grow in a reservoir. So the nutrient solution that they have access to means you don't have to water it all the time. But that's not the most important part. If you want to know about that, you can get the book. It'll cost you right at 20 bucks, and that 20 bucks is, you and your wife go out to eat, you're going to pay 50, so you can skip one night and buy 2 books and give one away, or you can buy one. Anyway, what I'm saying is knowledge. I think the knowledge is worth something, and that's why I wrote the book. It's as detailed as possible. So a lot of stuff here. I'll say goodbye now, and we'll get into the previously recorded video where I show this grow from seed up until harvest. Thank you guys, I surely appreciate you, and I want you to be safe out there. I know a lot's going on right now with the virus and all. It's on my heart, and I know we all have family, and I know I have 3 kids in 3 different areas in Germany, in California, and here in Arkansas with me, and they're all grown on their own. I worry about them every day, almost all day long. And so I know you have family of your own and parents. My mom just fell and fractured her hip, and so we can't go down there. Well, we could, but in her weakened state, there's no way we want to endanger her. So there's a lot of family, and I know you're all worried about it, but I know one thing for sure, having served, that we will get this. I promise you we'll get this. Now, I'm done. Take care. Hey everybody, it's Brent in Central Arkansas. We're going to do another grow. This is fennel. 50 grams of seed. I got it from True Leaf, I believe, a while back. I've been meaning to grow this for some time. I've got it growing on the small screen. Fennel today. I'm going to take the dome off the fennel today and expose it to light. It's a pretty cool grow. It's a neat little plant, a little micro. I think the fennel could probably be harvested today. The cotyledons aren't that big, and it hasn't been in the light very long, just 2 days I think. And I am seeing seed holes stuck on there. They're not terribly hard to get off. What I would do next time is keep the cover on there until the seed holes, or the plant push the seed holes off. That's what it looks like today. The fennel's looking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to let True Leaf grow, I think, and see what that looks like. True leaves are starting on the fennel. See if you can see there. I think it's going to be a pretty grow once it gets more of these true leaves